Let's discuss this further, the security situation in the country. Joining us now is Vince Onyekwelu, a national security risk strategist. He joins us virtually from Anambra State. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us on the program.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well, this is the first of such attacks in the Southwest. What or who do you think was behind it, and what do you think was the reason?
Obviously, I believe if I heard you right during your introduction, I think the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria actually told us who are the suspects. If I heard you right, you said that the Vice President mentioned that the suspects were non-Nigerians. I repeat, I believe I heard that the Vice President of Nigeria mentioned that the criminals, the culprits, or the suspects were non-Nigerians. So if you ask me who I suspect the criminals are, I think Mr. Vice President has just told us that they are non-Nigerians. So obviously, if the Vice President has such information that these we are non-Nigerians, I think we are on the right direction when you're talking about investigative journalism here. We have to ask further, how did the Vice President of Nigeria knew that these people were non-Nigerians? And I think if they are non-Nigerians, we have to also ask the military of Nigeria, what are they doing to secure our national territory? Because we have our borders with Chad Republic, with all those foreign nations around us. How secured are our international borders that would allow criminals to come all the way into Nigeria, travel all the way down to Ondo, that is virtually in the location it is in Nigeria? If you know Owo very well, an easy entrance into Owo could be from Kogi State, because Kogi State has a boundary line between Kogi and Ondo State. And before you get to Akure, the capital of Ondo State, you have to pass through Owo. So obviously, these people may or could have come in from that axis, although there are other axes. And also, being somebody who has been to Owo in my career, Owo is a well-planned city in Ondo State. Owo is one of those states that have very clear-cut roadmaps with so many roundabouts, so many intersections where you have to be turn through a small roundabout and then continue on your journey, or intersect left or intersect right. So I would have suspected or thought that such a beautiful city with a wonderful governor, they could have gone an extra mile to install CCTV cameras in those kind of wonderful road networks they have in War. The same thing with Akure, the capital city of Ondo State. If there were cameras on some parts of that road, it could have given us indication on the kind of vehicle these criminals came with, the color of the vehicle, the make of the vehicle. So the security agencies can even understand what and who they are looking for. Although the vice president said that they are non-Nigerians, I think he has more information. And being a politician, many of us will say that he should know better. And I think, looking at the structure of security in Nigeria, unknown gunmen has surprisingly arrived in the southwest of Nigeria. For the past couple of years, the southwest has been relatively safe and secured in Nigeria. We in the southeast have our challenges. Those in the north central have had their challenges. Those in the northwest or in the northeast have had numerous challenges, even those in the south. But the southwest has been relatively safe. We in the southeast began to know about unknown gunmen in the couple of years. But it seems that the unknown gunmen has now arrived in the southwest, and it's worrying. It's dangerous, and it's a shame that nobody knew who they are.
Indeed, Mr. Vince. Well, as investigations, begin into this attack, what would forensic now be looking for to help determine the perpetrators and also to bring them to book?
If they would listen, the first thing, you heard somebody, many people said there was a bomb, that there was a bomb explosion or bomb explosions. Now, there are different types of bombs. Now, if it's an IED, an improvised explosive device, for example, there are different types. So you have an IED that we call person bone IED. So a person bone IED is a kind of IED that somebody will wear inside their body, then cover with a cloth. So we call it a person bone improvised electronic device. We also have a vehicular bone improvised electronic device. That's when you mount such IEDs inside a vehicle so it can trigger and explode. We also have location bone IED. That is when the IED is hidden in a dustbin pan or in the flower bed of a location. But most dangerously, based on the information I personally got from Owo, none of these, because there was no burnt up vehicle, there was no human being with scattered body parts. So you cannot say that it was a vehicular bone IED. You cannot say it was a person bone IED. You can also not say it's a location bone IED. But
All right.
I'm suspecting that it could be grenades, that grenades could have been used. So you pull the pin from a grenade, you toss the grenade, and it explodes. And in that explosion, people will start to run helter skelter. But as a security
Yes.
consultant, let me warn Nigerians, if you are in a situation where a bomb explodes in a public place, in a market, in an office, please do not start running. What you need to do is go down flat, lie on your stomach. That way you stay away from debris, from the bomb, or from a vehicular bone explosive device, or anything flying over your head. Lie flat. If you
All
can get
right.
what we call a hard shoulder, it could be a concrete wall. Go and lie next to a concrete wall. Stay away from a vehicle. But if you don't have an option, you can lie down next to a vehicle, but it's dangerous. Get a solid surface like a concrete wall, lie down. Do
All
not
right.
run. Running will lead to stampede. Children will get stampeded upon, they will die. And finally, these criminals came with AK-47s. So when the bombs exploded, people started running, they started firing.
Shooting.
We need to lie low, keep low, and then keep calm so you know what direction you need to run to or run away from. But if you panic and you start running, you can even be running towards the criminals themselves, you can be running towards the terrorists themselves, but it's a warning sign. In conclusion, some weeks ago, we had the accident in
Mr.
Texas,
Vince
whereby
Onyekwelu, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I would have to, cut you short there. We are running out of time, but a lot has been said, and we really appreciate your insights and analysis on this. Mr. Vince Onyekwelu is a national security risk strategist. Thank you so much for joining us.
thanks for having me.
Well, still ahead on Network Africa, the Congolese people are hoping for an apology ahead of the Belgian royal visit. More details in a moment.